What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another SLA video. Just quick little announcement before we start the video, of course, and the content creator program. I want to remind everybody that I am on vacation. I'm going to be going to Vegas for the next few days. I'll be back on the 7th, so there won't be as much content going on. But speaking of the content creator program, guys, this is linked to every single video in the description and the actual comment section. Click that support button, support your boy, get yourself some free codes. I'll be sending codes out while I'm on vacation, plus doing some videos there as well. Plus, I'll be doing some VODs. Yep, so that's right, doing some VODs in Vegas. So we're going to show you guys a little bit of what's going on, what we're doing. Plus, Holy Hell, a.k.a. Ryan, will be there as well, too. Plus, Sticky Minaj, a.k.a. Payneblade's mom, will also be joining me with their significant others. So we're going to have a blast there, guys. So thank you again for all the support and love. Get on with the video now. So let's talk about what we're here for. Talk about the brand new Shadow, whether it's worth it, and what you should prioritize in terms of your next few shadows, in terms of like leveling them up, getting their skills up, getting their weapons up, etc. And where does the shadow fall in terms of utility? How good is the shadow? Where you can use the shadow? Who benefits the most? And where you benefit the most? So a couple of things to note about this real quick, okay? Before we even get on with it, is the right answer to what shadows should you focus on? The real answer always is going to be every shadow, guys. Every shadow is worth focusing on, okay? Like, there is no real shadow here that's going to outshine another one. I mean, there are shadows that outshine each other, but every shadow matters because at the end of the day, remember, mathematically, this game is all about combat power, and your shadows will give you the most amount of combat power of anything in the game. You guys can see this is my free-to-play account. Right now, I'm trying my best here to get to 141, which is going to put me at probably 900 and something K for free-to-play, but my skulls, for example, is not even a general yet. I'm still 50 away from getting general, which I'll unlock right over here. Suffering Grounds, which also does a pretty decent, damage, and also provides you HP recovery rate decrease on top of that. Now, let's talk about skulls. Let's talk a little about Skull here. The King of the Dead. It's a little far-fetched. I'm sure Arthas and everybody else who in other games would be upset about that. But let's discuss a little bit about the skills and what is useful, what's a little bit of a downfall, and where this unit should or the shadow should be used. So first off, the Shadow Authority increases the entire team's MP by 10.5%. The entire team's skill mana consumption decreases by 5%. This instantly screams out Battlefield of Time. All right, Battlefield of Time is somewhere you definitely want to use this because units that eat up a lot of MP, such as Cha, Kanae, Leonard, etc., they're gonna need somebody here like this on top of their existing core, right? So you're going to use the purple core most likely to reduce their basic skill mana consumption, and then you're going to use this unit over here that's going to help, number one, additionally give them more MP, and then also number two, decrease the mana consumption. So Skull is going to be great for BOT, probably one of the best units, or one of the best, I'd say, shadows for BOT for your units. Now, especially when there's things that are going on like we had last season where crit was pretty much at 100%. So Igris, being the best shadow, is already out of the equation. You don't need him anymore. You're using other units, right? So that's one good thing about him. So BOT is really where he's going to shine. Unfortunately, with Guild Boss, you're not going to have that same luxury because Guild Boss, you cannot use shadows. So this kind of makes him obsolete there like every other shadow. And then other modes, quite honestly, if you're pretty good about your MP consumption management, you'll be okay. He's not really a necessity, so he can be a backup. Now, speaking of backups, here's kind of his problem. Okay, he's got good and bad going for him. Number one, he does have decreased HP recovery rate by 20% for 20 seconds, pretty much almost throughout half of his kit. Where he kind of lands as a problem, right, is with this right here, Death Flame. Now, Death Flame, if you guys know anything about the game and have been watching the game for quite some time, anything with a similar icon either overrides an existing icon or does not stack with an existing icon. So you guys probably can see this icon and know that Cerbie possesses the exact same one, obviously, right? Cerbie has combustion, right? Combustion is something that deals more damage, plus the opponent takes 5% more damage increase throughout the entire fight. Now with Death Flame, it works a little differently, right? So you guys can see with Death Flame deals the same 50%. The difference is decreases defense by 5%. So this in itself, in my opinion, is inferior compared to Cerbie. So I will never probably use the two of these guys together in any way, shape, or form. Another reason on top of that is because Iron over here, whenever he does his defense down, does 12%. So even though they are different debuffs, you can technically stack him and and Skull together to give yourself a 17% debuff. That would work really well. You would never put Cerbie and Skull together. So Iron and Skull together actually wouldn't be the worst option with opponents who have a lot of defense. So this is actually a pretty decent combination of units because they will stack. But you will never put Skull and you'll never put Cerbie together specifically for their combustion and that last skill over that I mentioned, the Deathfire. What you'll want to do is you'll have them specifically there for example, the HP recovery rate decrease instead, right? So very important to note that, guys, they will not stack. So keep that in mind when you are using the two of them, okay? Now, when it comes down to his weapon, let's go back here for a second. When it comes down to his weapon, where are we at here? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Oh, second page. There we go. It's like, where'd he go? His weapon right here. You guys can see I don't have it activated, but the weapon itself does do more damage, right? So you can see when attacking a target with Skull's Death Flame, the user's damage dealt increases by 4% for 10 seconds. And this is revolving around his weapon, okay? So you guys can see it can go all the way up to 24% more damage for 10 seconds whenever somebody has Death Flame on them, okay? So Death Flame, again, is the debuff we just talked about right there. So there is a benefit there for him overall. He looks so weird when he's not, like, maxed out. There we go. Looks so much cooler there, right? So there you guys go. So priority level. Who do you prioritize now in terms of this? Remember, the answer is always going to be every shadow. Every shadow should always be prioritized because they're going to give you the most amount of combat power no matter what you do. So you should get everybody to general. But if you're looking at prioritizing your shadows, so who do you prioritize first? So Igris is going to be your number one. Igris will be your first shadow to prioritize to general if you're brand new. Second, I'm going to say is going to be Bestie. She's going to be your second for sure. Number 3, I'm going to go ahead with either Beru or Cerbie. It's your choice what you prefer. I think Beru is a little bit of a better option. So Beru number 3. Number 4 will be Cerbie. Number 5 will be, let's go Big Rock. Number 5, Big Rock. Number 6, Skull. Number 7, we'll say Kaisel, just for the ultimate shadow. And he does great damage. Number 8, Iron. Number 9, Tusk. Number 10, Tank. Number 11, Blades. So that would be the order. There you go, everybody. That's 6 here, 5 there, 11. There you guys go. So that would be the order of operations in regards to getting them up. Now, one thing to remember when you are leveling your shadow skills, right? You want to make sure that you go and level up all your level 1s first, then go to level 2, then go to level 3, then go to level 4. Don't level them up 1 all the way to 6 and then go down to the next unit. No, you want to go all the way across sequentially, all 1s, then 2s, then 3s, then 4s, because that's how you're going to get the most amount of power, okay? And when it comes down to overall weapons, just get the weapons that matter most to you in terms of the shadows you use the most often, right? You guys can see he has the most for me right now, so I'm going to end up using him the most. But also, when you get to a point where like you can level up certain weapons to to level 1 to 2 versus 4 and 5, always prioritize the lower level ones because you'll use less resources, right? For example, right there. And you'll be able to level up more than one of them. They give you equal amount of power no matter how many advancements you do, right? So keep that in mind when you're doing this, guys. So there you guys go. Right there, we level those up. And now if you go back here, my power should have gone up by about 6K, right? So you guys can see I'm almost already at levels tier 71. So there you guys go. Let me know what you think about the new shadow. Are you planning to use them? If so, where do you guys think this was helpful? If so, leave a comment, subscribe, like, put the notifications on. I'll see you guys when I'm back from my vacation. I'll still be dropping more videos either way. Thank you so much for watching, guys. See you in the next one. Take care.